Accountability. It's something that we do every day. We are accountable for our behavior. We are accountable for our interactions with other people. We're accountable to our employers so that we can succeed at work and get paid. We hold ourselves accountable to our families so that we can maintain and grow and build those relationships. Ultimately, there's only one human being that's not held accountable. That's a king. A king is accountable to no one. A king doesn't have to be accountable to his people because a king rules the people. The king decides to tax the people. The king decides to make certain rules that the people have to observe. So a king has no accountability, yet a Jewish king does have accountability. As Moshe Rabbeinu tells us in Parsha Shoftim, in the Parsha of the Melech, the Parsha of the king, there are rules for a Jewish king. He must be mikarav achecha, he must be from among his brethren. And interestingly, he can't have too many horses. Why? Because if he has too many horses, he might bring the people back to Mitzrayim, and Hashem doesn't want people going back to Mitzrayim. He can't have too many wives, because if he has too many wives, then there are so many different opinions, they'll sway his heart away from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So a Jewish king, unlike a secular king, the Jewish king has accountability to the King of Kings, to the Melech Malchei HaMelachim. And Chazal explained to us that although on the outside, the king acts in a fashion in which he expects certain things from the people, and even that Jewish king has this maintenance of awe and respect that he commands, but internally, on the outside he commands respect, but inside, he's humbled with the knowledge of knowing that he is accountable to the Melech Malchei HaMelachim, to the King of Kings. This week, we begin the month of Elul. It is a time of the year where we step back and we recognize that we are not only accountable to everyone in our lives, all the human beings that we interact with on a regular basis for various reasons, but ultimately we are accountable to the Melech Malchei HaMelachim, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And to be accountable means to take responsibility for our behavior over the course of this past year, and really to step back and to think how we have done, to prepare ourselves for a very special time of year, a magnificent opportunity to reconnect with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to make sure that we really truly understand ourselves and our spiritual connection to Him, and to rekindle that flame that maybe over the course of this past year has for some reason flickered just a little bit. Elul is a time where a person could become so incredibly close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that they could literally feel Hashem's presence with them throughout the month, leading up to the ultimate day of accounting, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and of course, the moment in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu will, Emirtz Hashem, forgive us for the mistakes of this past year. As Elul enters, as we begin the period of making an accounting and being held accountable, may we be zoche, may we merit to fulfill the words of David HaMelech, Shifti beveis Hashem, may we sit in the house of Hashem, may we feel that connection to Hashem over the course of this month of Elul, so that forever it will be an Elul that we will remember, cherish, and be so grateful for. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.